Welcome to Legacy of Leaders on Buzz TV. I'm Jack Sears, your host. Today, we're visiting with an outstanding guest who's helping seniors in our community and their families navigate a critical time in their life. Would you please welcome Dave Stieglitz with Oasis Senior Advisors. Welcome to the show, Dave.
Thank you, Jack. Good to be here.
Tell us about Oasis.
So Oasis Senior Advisors is a service many people don't know about. Our service is free, which I love, and we are the area experts in knowledge on senior communities, independent living, assisted living, memory care, skilled nursing, residential care homes. There's quite a variety. There's over 180 communities in our database out there. And when it comes time to navigate that maze of options, don't go it alone.
Okay. Yeah, that's, it's a mission critical time in someone's life when you have to face that music and
Yes.
help mom or dad or someone out. So what inspired you to get into this work?
I was 30 years a country club general manager, and it was a great career, met a lot of great people, but it wasn't necessarily solving world problems or doing a lot of meaningful things. I came across this business model and this need that was out there, that people, this is thrust upon them, usually in a short time frame because something clinically happens. Mom breaks her hip, and the doctor says you can't go home anymore. Here's a list of 60 assisted living communities, go find one. This is where you're going to live, Jack, and this is where you're going to be cared for. How do you vet these places? How do you tell them apart? How do you make sure this is going to be the place where mom can not just be cared for, but engage and thrive and have a good life? Because they all have different personalities and cultures, and you don't want to wake up one day and look around and say, I have nothing in common with these people. What am I doing here? We want to match mom. Is mom a foodie? Is she spiritual? Is she a gamer? Is she, does she like travel? Is she a book club person? Is she crafty? These are all different things that different communities will offer and as options for their residents.
On the internet, you can do a lot of search for the type of services that you're offering. Why would somebody be so inclined to go with you versus an internet search?
Thanks for teeing that up, Jack, because mom is worth more than an internet search.
How about that?
Our strength is our local knowledge. You can find a lot of things on the internet, but you're not going to find out, has this assisted living community turned over executive directors in the last 12 months? And do they continue to do that? Do they have a bad reputation for food? If you're going to be eating all your meals, you're not going to find that stuff on the internet. We're in and out of these communities every day. We know who has stable management. We know who has good care staff. And in these days of healthcare staffing crisis, that's a big issue out there. The 80-20 rule, we do about 80% of our placement into only about 20% of the communities that we know have stable staff and are doing a good job. What does that tell you about what else is out there and how easy it might be to step into something that's not a good situation?
Okay, you got me. I'll stay off Google. All right. So, I guess, how do you define success in your business?
It's wonderful, Jack. When I'm in a community and I'm maybe touring another family, and one of my previous clients sees us and comes up and gives me a big hug and says, Dave, it's so good to see you. We're having such a good time here. Should have done this years ago. This is perfect. That's what makes it. That's what makes it, Jack.
Great. This show is called Legacy of Leadership. So thinking of your leadership, where do you see Oasis in the next 12 to 18 months? What are your goals?
I have a team of 5 other advisors that I brought under my wing and taught them the business and taught them the process that Oasis goes through. And it's great to see them on fire. You can get so passionate about this because our senior population is so vulnerable. I'm sitting in someone's kitchen table, and in 10 minutes, they're telling me their finances, they're telling me their history, they're telling me all this stuff. And if I were one to, go to the dark side, they could easily be taken advantage of. They're so trusting. But, to have a passion for their care and their needs and finding the right place for them. And I see my team following in those footsteps and developing their path on their own. And it's great to see. I love to see that.
Yeah, that's a great stopping point for us today. As we interview leaders in business and the area, passion always comes out. When you're passionate about something, well, you give it 150%.
Yes, sir.
And we heard that today here. So, Dave, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate what you're doing in this community.
Thanks.
And thank you for listening to Legacy of Leaders on Buzz TV. If you want to learn more about Oasis Senior Advisors, and watch this interview and many more other interviews, visit us on iwannabuzz.com. Until next time, I'm Jack Sears. Have a great day.